That particular project, I invoiced for 1 month $245,000. Now, I say that because I'm not bragging on myself. I say that because the transformation from $20,000 a year to $240,000 in a single month was mind blowing for me. I didn't really know what just happened, but I understood that the government had made that possible for me. And the reason why this was possible is because number one, I'm a beautiful black woman, so black and woman, and I have a small business, and I'm at a disadvantage. So I understood my leveraged advantages, and it opened up the doors for that to be possible. You must identify your leveraged advantages. And I'm going to tell you exactly what some of those advantages could be for you. Now, right now, just the other day, I got an email from the SBA stating the Biden administration recently signed a bill, you guys, right? So if you guys ever heard me talk about 2019, the federal government spent $6 trillion on business products and services. In 2020, that spend increased to nearly 10 trillion, right? 26% of that was obligated to go to small businesses, right? And so that's $2.6 trillion that was on the table. If you didn't get your piece of the pie, just get ready to know 5% of that 26% was for small businesses and women-owned minority businesses, right? Now that percentage has just increased and is going to be increasing up to 15% just for that category alone, you guys. And the spend is going to go up to $90 million a year specifically for women, minorities, and small businesses. Now, what does that mean? If you identify with those categories, that will be your leveraged advantage to getting your foot in the door so that you can actually land contracts much faster this year. Tyrone just landed his $2.4 million contract this year, y'all. It don't take long. It literally does not take long. So I'm gonna tell you the story, and this is a real true story. So a couple years ago, like this is like during the pandemic, in the midst of the pandemic, when most people were, going under, their business was failing, and all of these other things were happening, right? I actually was still actively working a government contract, and that particular government contracting opportunity was just filming trainings for an agency, filming training that's going to teach small business owners how to do business with that agency, how to get certified, how to get business, how to write a contract, how to invoice the agency. So all those different things. And so 1 day training, I'm going to tell you, 1 day's training. And I'm going to rewind just a little bit. Before government contracts, what my business looked like was about $20,000, $30,000 a year. I was broke. I was overworked. And trust me, it wasn't that I was lazy. I was working 60 hours plus a week, but it just was not clicking for me. Chasing customers, it was not clicking. Now, fast forward, this particular day that I did the training, 1 day, somebody say 1 day of training, right? It took me literally probably about 2 to 4 hours of just being on the spot. 2 to 4 hours about being on the spot. And then it took me like 2 to 3 days to edit this video, right? Multiple edits over a 2 to 3 day period. 1 day for 1 day of work. Literally, that particular project, I invoiced for 1 month $245,000. Now, I say that because I'm not bragging on myself. I say that because the transformation from $20,000 a year to $240,000 in a single month was mind blowing for me. I didn't really know what just happened, but I understood that the government had made that possible for me. Literally, They had 10x or more than 10x what I was making in a year to give me that in a single month. And you can invoice the government like that month after month after month after month if you understand your leverage access. If you understand. And the reason why this was possible is because number one, I'm a beautiful Black woman. So Black and woman. And I have a small business and I'm at a disadvantage. So I understood my leveraged advantages and it opened up the doors for that to be possible. Right. And so this is something that you also can do. So let's just say, for instance, you guys, I'm outside today. It's a nice day. I'm headed to a funeral right after this, so that's why I'm outside. So, anyways, so when you take a contract, let's just say you land a $1 million contract for the year, $1 million for the year. When you back into the numbers, that's approximately about what's on a monthly basis, $1 million a year, quarter is about $150,000-$200,000 a month. It's about 200,000, right? It's about $200,000 a month. 200,000 times 12 is 24. So it's about $300,000 a month, right? If I'm doing the math correctly, right? And so this is how most people that don't even make $200,000 a year can literally make that in a month when you're doing business with a premium buyer. Okay.